In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the problems based on the formula of areas in the triangle. Now, the first problem is, if alpha, beta, gamma are the length of the altitudes of any triangle ABC, then prove that alpha to the power minus 2 plus beta to the power minus 2 plus gamma to the power minus 2 equals to cot A plus cot B plus cot C divided by del. Del is the area of the triangle ABC. Now, let us say this ABC is a triangle and we have drawn three altitudes. The length of those altitudes are respectively alpha, beta and gamma. This length is A, this length is B and this length is C, right? Now, one thing you must remember, students, that to solve problems in a shorter time, particularly in this entrance examination like IIT JEE or some other state entrance, engineering entrance examination, there actually time matters. You see, if you can solve a problem in little lesser time, you will be in the advantageous position, isn't it? So, to do that, all we have to remember is not only the formula that we have to remember. The formula that we got, that is the standard thing, that we have to remember. Now, apart from that, if we can remember certain results, then what will happen? We can solve the problem in much lesser time, okay? Such as, you see, for any triangle ABC, cot A plus cot B plus cot C, we have derived this one as, can you remember what it is? In the previous problem only, in the previous section, that is in the half angle formula, we have done this. It's A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del. If you can remember that, we can do this sum quickly. Otherwise, all you have to do is, we have to find out again, cot A plus cot B plus cot C is what? Is it clear? So, it is always better to remember those results as a formula. As I told you in the previous section that if ABC are in AP for any triangle, then cot A by 2, cot B by 2, cot C by 2, they are also in AP. Remember this. As well as we have done, cot A plus cot B plus cot C is nothing but, what we have done? It is nothing but A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del. At the same time, we have done cot A by 2 plus cot B by 2 plus cot C by 2 is nothing but A square by del. So remember those results as a formula to solve the problems in a much easier and quick, in a lesser time. So, cot A plus cot B plus cot C, we are directly using this. Those who have not seen this one, please see the previous video to see how I got cot A plus cot B plus cot C as A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del. So, cot A plus cot B plus cot C is nothing but A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del, isn't it? So, cot A plus cot B plus cot C divided by del, which is in the right hand side, will give you A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del square. Now, let us come to this triangle. What is the area of the triangle? Half into base into height, that is half A alpha, or it can be half B beta, or it can be half C gamma. Am I correct? Now, if we come to the left hand side, we are having 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square plus 1 by gamma square, which can also be written as 1 by alpha square can be written as what? Tell me first. I'm writing it here. 1 by alpha can be written as what? A by 2 del. Am I correct? A by 2 del. So, 1 by alpha square will give you A square by 4 del square. Is it clear? Similarly, 1 by beta square will give you B square by 4 del square, and 1 by gamma square will give you C square by 4 del square. So, all we are getting it as A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del square. You see, which is nothing but your right hand side. How quickly we have done. Otherwise, you would have, if you cannot remember this result, all we have to do is, we have to find out cot A plus cot B plus cot C equals to A square plus B square plus C square divided by 4 del. That result you have to prove in this case. I mean, you have to find out if you cannot remember the result. So that will consume a lot of time, isn't it? So, it is always better to remember this kind of results, as I'm telling you in different videos, that please remember this result, please remember this result. So try to remember those results as a formula, which will help you to solve the problem in a lesser time. Is this clear? Is this problem clear to everybody? Absolutely. Now see our second problem. It came in our IIT JEE examination. Consider the following statements concerning a triangle ABC. First one is sides A, B, C and the area are rational. The second one is A tan B by 2, tan C by 2 are rational. Third one is A, sin B, sin C are rational. Now we have to prove that 1 implies 2 implies 3 and 3 implies 1. Is it clear? 1 implies 2, 2 implies 3 and 3 implies 1. So let me just start. Very interesting problem. Let me just start from the first one. You see, they have, in the first statement, they have given us that A, B, C and the area of the triangle ABC are rational. So if ABC are rational, then you can say that S, which is nothing but A plus B plus C divided by 2, is also rational. Therefore, S, A, B, C and del, they are all rational. Now, if S is rational, A is rational, B is rational, C is rational as well as del, so we can say S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, they are also rational numbers. ABC are rational, S is rational, so S minus A will also be rational. Is it clear? Now what is our motto? Our motto is to reach A tan B by 2, A tan B by 2, tan C by 2, they are also rational. Is it clear? Now observe. What is your tan B by 2? Tell me fast. What is your tan B by 2? From the half angle formula, you can write this thing as nothing but under root what it was. S minus A, S minus C divided by S into S minus B. So what we are going to get? If we multiply with S into S minus B numerator and denominator, so we are going to get del by S into S minus B. Is it clear? Now observe carefully. Del is rational, S is rational, S minus B is rational. Therefore, your del divided by S into S minus B is rational. That is, tan B by 2 is rational. So the first part is over. Tan B by 2 is rational. Tan C by 2. Similarly, you can find out what is tan C by 2. It will be nothing but del by S into S minus C. Again, S minus C and del, they are all rationals. If they are all rational, then tan C by 2 is also rational. So tan C by 2 is also rational. Therefore, what it has been said that if A, B, C and del are rational, from that only we derive this, right? So if A, B, C, del are rationals, then A tan B by 2, tan C by 2, they are also rational. Is it clear? Therefore, we can say 1 implies 2. We got 2 from 1. Is it clear? The conditions that are given in 1, we have derived 2 with the help of those conditions. If 1 is true, then 2 is also true. Okay. Now, our second task is 2 implies 3. That means if A tan B by 2, tan C by 2 are rational, we have to prove that A, sin B, sin C, they are also rational. Okay. Now, what is your sin B? Sin B can be written as, in terms of tan, 2 tan B by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square B by 2. Okay? Now, we know that tan B by 2 is rational. Therefore, 2 tan B by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square B by 2 is also rational. Implies sin B is also rational. So, sin B is rational. This sin B is rational. Now, what is sin C? Again, in terms of tan, is it clear? Now, here also, they have given that tan C by 2 is rational. If tan, then 2 tan C by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square C by 2 is also rational, implies sin C is also rational. Therefore, sin C is also rational proved. Is it clear? Now we have to come for sine A. For sine A, formula is 2 tan A by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square A by 2. Now look it carefully. About tan A by 2, they have not said anything in statement 2. For tan A by 2, they have not said anything in statement 2. Now, what is tan A by 2? First of all, we have to say this. Tan A by 2 is nothing but cot B plus C by 2. How we are getting this? 90. This is actually, A can be replaced by what? Pi minus B plus C. So that gives you tan 90 minus B plus C by 2, which gives you cot B plus C by 2. So cot B plus C by 2 is what? Tell me fast. It is 1 by tan B plus C by 2. So from the compound angle formula, if we open it, so we are going to get 1 minus tan B by 2 tan C by 2 divided by tan B by 2 plus tan C by 2. Am I correct? In the question, in statement 2, they have said that tan B by 2 tan C by 2, they are rational. So if tan B by 2 tan C by 2 are rational, we can see it easily from here that tan A by 2 is also rational. Yes or no? So tan A by 2 rational implies sine A is also rational, because it is 2 A by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square A by 2. Tan A by 2 is rational, therefore sine A is also rational. That is, sine A is also rational. A is rational, it is already given in statement 2. I'm sorry, in statement, yes, in statement 2. Is it clear now? So, the statement 3, which is A, sine A, sine B, sine C are rational, that we have proved with the help of A tan B by 2 tan C by 2 is rational. Considering that, we have proved this. That is, your 2 implies 3. First, we have proved that 1 implies 2. Second, we have proved 2 implies 3. Now our task is to prove that 3 implies 1. That is the last part of the question. 3 implies 1. 3 is what? It said A, sine B, sine C, they are rational. Now we have to prove that A, B, C and del, they are also rational. Is it clear? Now we know that A by sine A equals to B by sine B equals to C by sine C. Tell me yes or no? Now if A by sine A is rational, why? Because A is rational, sine A is rational, implies A by sine A is also rational. It means B by sine B is also rational, C by sine C, it is also rational. So B by sine B, it is also rational, as well as C by sine C, it is also rational. Moreover, sine B and sine C, they are rational. If sine B and sine C individually, they are rational, because it is already given in part 3. In statement 3, they have already given that sine B and sine C, they are rational. If they are rational, then we will say that B and C are also rational. Tell me yes or no. Now again, sine A is rational implies that A is also rational. Is it clear? Therefore, A, B, C all are rational. Is it clear? Now, what is del? Del is nothing but half AB sine C. Half AB. Can you remember it? Half AB, product of any two sides into the angle between them. So AB sine C. It is rational. Why it is rational? Because A is rational, B is rational. Moreover, sine C is also rational. That is given. So sine C is also rational implies that del is also rational. That means your A, B, C as well as del all are rationals. Considering the statement that A, sine B, sine C are rational implies A, B, C, del are also rational. That is, your third statement implies 1. Is it clear to all of you? Have you understood this problem? So we have proved 1, that is, considering the first statement, we are proving that 2 is true. Considering the truth that it is true, I mean that statement 2 is true, we have proved 3 is true. Assuming that 3 is true, we have proved 1 is true. So this is the whole problem. Is this clear? So in this lecture, we have completed all the problems based on 7 basic principles of triangles that we have already done.